Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to talk about area of a regular polygon. So you're going to need a pencil, a calculator, and you're actually going to need your notes and formula sheet just so you can go back to previous formulas that we've used. Alright, first thing that's going to go into our notes is the parts of a regular polygon. So make sure you have this drawn in your notes. It's going to be very, very important when it comes to solving a regular polygon so that you know the different parts. So the first thing is that all sides are equal in length. That's what regular means. Remember, all sides and all angles are the same. So all of these side lengths are exactly the same length. Second thing that's really, really important for us to remember is that the radius is the distance from the center to a vertex. So if I look at that, that is going to be my radius. From the center to a vertex is my radius. And the last thing that's really important is that we have an apothem. That is the distance from the center of my circle to the midpoint of my side. So that's going to look like that. Those are the three things that are very important when we're talking about regular polygons. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so please make sure you have all of this written into your notes. We're just going to have two examples of solving a regular polygon. Here's our first one. It says, find the area of a regular polygon with sides of 4 inches. So if I look at this regular polygon, I am going to break it down into shapes that I know. If I look at this, this is a right triangle, ladies and gentlemen. And I can separate my polygon into multiple triangles from if I set my radiuses up for each vertex. So I really do have 5 large triangles going on here. One of my triangles that I just cut in half has now become a right triangle. Now, if we think back, we know exactly how to find the area of a triangle. Only thing we need is a base and a height. If we look at this triangle a little bit further, we know if I would cut my triangle in half, the whole side length was 4, cut it in half, I have 2. So I know my base is 2. Now I have to figure out what my height would be. Well, in order to do that, I either need to know one more side or an angle degree. Well, if we look at this, any parallelogram, if we go all the way around, is going to have 360 degrees in it. So if I could find the measure of this degree and cut it down by 2, I could do this. How I'm going to do that is this thing is a whole circle. So I'm going to take 360 divided by the number of pieces I have. Remember when we were talking about sector or arc lengths? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 even pieces. So if I divide that by 5, I am going to get 72. Now from there, I know this whole part right here is 72. If I cut 72 in half, because I'm cutting exactly down the middle, I get 36 degrees. So this angle here is 36 degrees. So if I take out my triangle, this angle here is 36 degrees. Once I know that, I can find my height that I need in order to find the area of this triangle. So when I look at this, I know my angle, and I know the opposite, and I need to know the adjacent. So we're going to use some SOHCAHTOA here. We're going to use tangent. If I take the tangent of 36 equals 2 all over x, to solve for x, I'm going to multiply both sides by x. So I get x times the tangent of 36 equals 2. Divide both sides by tangent of 36. And x is going to equal approximately 2.75. So that right here is my height. Now, once I know my height and my base, I can find the area of a triangle. So area equals base times height divided by 2. So my area equals, my base is 2 times my height, which is 2.75, divided by 2. The area of my small triangle is 2.75. So I'm talking about this area right here is 2.75. Now, my goal is to find the area of this whole thing. So if I take this times 2, I am going to get 5.5 for my area. Now that I'm talking about that, I'm talking about my large triangle here. My large triangle, the whole area of this large triangle is 5.5. And if I go around this regular pentagon, I'm going to find that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 triangles that are all the same size. So I'm going to take this 5.5, multiply it by the number of triangles I have, which is 5, and my total area of my pentagon is 27.5 inches squared. So that's how I'm going to find the area of my pentagon if I'm given a side. Now we're going to do one more example. This example, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to find the area of a hexagon with the radius of 9 inches. So first thing I'm going to do is set up my hexagon. I'm going to put in my center. I'm going to separate all of my triangles here so I can see how many equal triangles I have. And now I'm going to work out this triangle down here. I know that my radius is 9. Now remember, radius is from the center to the vertex. So my radius is 9. If I cut this triangle in half, that means I know the hypotenuse. So we're going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to take our triangle out here, and we're going to solve. So I know this is 9. I'm going to need a base and a height. So I'm going to need an x and a y for this one. Now remember, next step is I need to find how many degrees I have. So remember, whole circle is 360, so that's where we're going to start with the 360. We're going to divide by how many triangles I have. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 360 divided by 6 is 60. So my total is 60. Now this right here, this whole part right here is 60. I only want half of that. So when I divide that by 2, I get 30. This degree measurement is 30. So I'm going to put that up here. Now this is wonderful because we have our rules for 30, 60, 90, so we can make this pretty fast for ourselves. If we do 30, 60, 90 to find our x, our short leg, remember we take our hypotenuse, which is 9, and we divide by 2, so we get 4.5. That's our short leg. To find our long leg, remember we take our short leg, so we take the 4.5 times the square root of 3. That's going to equal our y. So I have my short leg and my long leg now. My height and my base, I can plug that into my area formula. So area of this right triangle here is base times height divided by 2. Area equals my base, which is 4.5, times 4.5 square roots of 3 divided by 2. So my area of my right triangle, when I type that in, is 17.54. So that is the area of this part of my triangle right here, 17.54. Now if I want my large triangle, I need to take that and multiply it by 2. And then I'm going to get the area, which is 35.08. So my large area of my triangle is 35.08. If I go around, make sure I know how many triangles I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 large triangles. So if I want the area of my regular hexagon, I need to multiply my one triangle times 6, and I am going to get 210.48 inches squared. So that is my area for my regular hexagon, given that my radius is 9 inches. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I have for us today. I hope you have a wonderful, fabulous day, and I will be seeing you later. Thank you. Bye.